Sunny Boo Productions, a local leader in non-porno filmmaking. Welcome to Almost Adequate Live from my basement on Facebook Live. Welcome 99.7 The Blitz family. We're doing another episode down here. I got to thank a whole bunch of people joining me here tonight. First off, my friends in the house, David Adams from the band Grindhouse. My friend Rick Cannon is here. Happy Black History Month to you, sir.
Appreciate it, February 1st. Here we go. We get 28 days.
I got you.
Make them count.
Also, Peter John Ross, Mike Miletic. Thank you guys for coming back here again. Also, got to thank Micah Jenkins for putting this together tonight, running the ones and twos. We're going to get right into it tonight. We had some excitement, myself and David.
Yeah.
It's
Black History Month. He on it, ain't he?
What is he just tiring it out on the ones and the twos?
Oh, come on.
You're
saying, hang on, there was some discussion beforehand that I'm stepping up my ethnicity.
You are.
My lack thereof because of Black History Month. I'm not, man. It's not a conscious effort.
In about 30 seconds.
I think maybe it's just the love of my African American brothers and sisters are converging upon my house today.
He is like
and it's natural.
The Beck of Almost Adequate right now.
In 30 seconds.
Two turntables and a microphone.
I'm thinking more like David Bowie, but okay. That's fine.
He dropped old dog, or old girl, dog,
Yeah.
and the ones and the twos in 30 seconds.
Okay,
Yes.
because we have old girl, speaking of Methany from Reynoldsburg, we're going to go in depth with her a little bit later
But let's
on.
talk about our fun.
Let's talk about our fun that we had Saturday morning. There's a show that actually our sister station from 99.7 The Blitz broadcasts, that and 40 other stations. This is a syndicated radio show.
That's what's up.
That I had to set an alarm for, and Dave had to set an alarm for as well. Bright and early in the morning, we were going to record something else, but I was like, Dave, why don't you come in and meet Fred Hauer, the host of Plant Talk. That's the show in question. This is an hour-long syndicated show where we talk about gardening, plants, and all the things involved with botany and everything like that. I'm not into it.
And I said, I'm in.
Yeah, Dave was excited. I was like, I don't want to do this, but I can't say no, so what do? You screw it up so they don't ever ask you to do it again. Which is where Dave came in. So to give people an idea of this show, Ross, what I want you to do is fire the intro of this show that we run on 40 different stations in Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana. Just run the intro and people get a sense of this show. Go ahead.
Good morning. Welcome to Plant Talk with the Ohio nurseryman Fred Hauer. And filling in for Mark News today is James Nuber from WRKZ in Columbus, Ohio. And now, here's Plant Talk with Fred Hauer.
So average listening age, about 113 years old.
Absolutely.
Okay.
At least.
So we take some phone calls. It's boring. I'm bored. But Dave is there the entire time. So you know what I said, Cannon? I said, you know what, Dave, you got some questions? And he's like, I do have some questions. Why don't you sit over there for the final segment, okay? So myself, Fred Hauer, and Dave Adams from the band Grindhouse did a segment of fucking Plant Talk together, okay?
That's a hell of an intro.
We have a short clip. Now, this was about a 9-minute clip that we did total. We have a very short version, the very end of it, that we're going to play for people right now, just so people can get an idea about what went down on this Plant Talk radio show. Ross, fire this. So, Dave, did you have any more questions for Fred today?
I do have a couple more.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you talk to your plants?
I do.
So, follow-up, which is the dumbest plant you've ever spoken to?
Oh, dear. There have been so many.
I want to say this. Dave actually has really bad breath. Yeah, I don't know if you can smell it over there. But anyway, will his bad breath make a plant grow faster or slower? What do you think?
God, I'd have to bet on slower because you'd probably move it further from the light so it wouldn't grow so fast.
So it gets away from him. I gotcha.
Have you ever had a stubborn plant out in your yard and it's surrounded by other plants and you just flat out kill it to set an example? Like this one. Look, listen, plants. This dude's not acting right. It's time to straighten up.
Yeah, I'll point out the fact that I have indeed told plants you have one more year. You either do what you're supposed to do or you're out of here so I can grow something that does cooperate.
He runs a tight ship.
You understand?
Come on now.
You understand this is what they say in the mafia as well. I want to make sure that you understand.
Yeah, but I've never grabbed one, give it a hug first.
No. Nuber, can somebody walk me out to my car, please, when this is over? And this really isn't a question, but I like to urinate in my backyard. All right, thanks.
That was That was the final. Cannon, you see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Here's the thing. I did not want this to work, but this worked. Okay?
Right.
And I'm afraid I'm going to get asked back to do it again.
I'm gonna just say, like, that had to have been the most exciting, upbeat episode of Plant Talk ever.
Ever.
I used to do Saturday mornings, of course, on the Blitz.
Right.
So, I'm in one studio, the Blitz studio.
They're next door.
They're right next door from, 7 to 8 or
7 a.m. to 8, right?
Yeah. And, good dude. I've always,
great dude.
loved kicking it with Fred and Mark Newson there.
So
But it was, it was what it was.
Here's the deal.
This shit was fantastic.
I bring the funk.
Yeah.
And I bring the noise. Black History Month.
Black History Month. Hashtag Black History Month.
So this is what's going to happen. I have the audio from Dave's time with myself and Fred. It's 7 minutes long. I'm going to do a straight up podcast, okay, to break down this entire thing. People can look forward to that. And it's excellent. Next week, we're going to post it on the blitz.com and on the Almost Adequate page. You can look forward to that as well. We're going to put that on the Twitter page because that's going to be our first ever Twitter post is the podcast of the Plant Talk session. So people can look forward to that. Okay.
Did you ask him about marijuana? I just want to know that.
Baby. We're doing episode 2 with Fred, and that's when we're going to talk about the psychedelic drugs.
Okay, we're going to get into it.
Yes. So, speaking of psychedelic drugs, we got to move on to some other news that happened in the city tonight, or this week, okay? And that's our friend Methany from Reynoldsburg. Go ahead and fire this picture. This was posted all over social media. Her boyfriend, or the dude that she was with, was caught stealing from Best Buy. Methany there. That's what social media was calling this young lady. She was trying to steal some stuff too. She didn't get out of the store with it, but the security guy got her picture. The local news sites just added that, and that was the end result of it looks like a modeling picture, of somebody that's stealing, shoplifting.
Right. I was gonna say that face is strong.
Yes.
Stern.
It's the second runner-up to the Randy Razor lookalike contest.
You think she looks kind of like Randy? Somebody else told me that too. I didn't see it at all. I didn't see it at all.
Let's see.
Maybe
the hair is long, yeah.
I'm not seeing it. Randy's far prettier.
I meant Loper.
Loper. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Now I'm seeing it.
The fashion model thing that was in the boots. Look at those boots. Dude.
Right. That is somebody that is clearly not so down and out that I can't afford a nice pair of very fashionable fur boots.
She may be like a cracked out Randy Razor.
Okay.
Obviously.
I'm sure Randy's flattered.
Yeah.
Right. I love you, Randy Razor. You're my girl. But she is a cracked out.
Yeah. So a whole bunch of people online took that photo and they had some fun with it. First off, our friend Mel G took it and thought she looked specifically like a Star Trek character in Worf.
Yes, the forehead. I see it.
So thank you to Mel G for that masterpiece, that comparison. Mike, was this your doing? Because you posted this on the Almost Adequate page, the getaway. Was this your work that you did, the getaway?
No, I wish it was, because that's supreme craftsmanship there. But no, I just found that.
It was wonderful. She was trying to get away out to a scooter. She's trying to get out.
Yes.
That right there, that is master of the MS Paint right there.
And speaking of master of the MS Paint, I did not like the fact everybody was making fun of Methany and her lack of eyebrows, so I took MS Paint and gave her some eyebrows. But Ross, pull them up. If you look at them closely, they're like, I'm vexed. Don't take my picture. I'm trying to get away with
my Xbox.
And I think, isn't that the big criticism of the picture, is like she has no eyebrows, so you generously gave her some.
I was like, that's Christ-like what I did. While you cretins are making fun of her, I'm helping her. I'm adding some nice eyebrows, and she's, I don't like being photographed.
And by the way, I'm glad we're being nice to her, because at some point, once we find out who her name was, we may want to see about getting her on this show.
I think it's a potential date for Ross. Personally, I think.
Hell yeah!
You have an Xbox, Ross?
Yeah.
You want one?
She has to bring the Xbox.
Want one?
Something tells me for about 60 or 90 days she's going to be a little preoccupied. But after that, if she gets prison tats, she's mine.
You want to know the beauty of this whole thing, though? They didn't really charge her with anything because the security guys stopped her. They were simply looking for her as a person of interest because she got in a rusted-out Honda Civic with the dude that stole the Xbox.
Oh, nice.
So they got a clear picture of her. They were looking for her to find it. So she really didn't didn't charge her with anything.
Well, shout out again to Black History Month and Mel G because the Worf was a Klingon. And,
yes.
And Klingons are the brothers
of the Star Trek
whatever
world.
that world is, that realm.
Black History Month.
Hashtag bitches.
Okay, so we're moving on. Other things in the news. We had the lady that tried to take the peacock on the airplane. This was big news as well. Pull this picture up. This was from New York. Did you see this, Cannon?
I did not.
Well, you know
until
about
now.
you understand about service animals, right? Like seeing eye dogs.
Yes, obviously I work for the transit company.
Right, and you understand that.
Yes.
And also like military folk with PTSD, they also have service animals.
Therapy animals.
They're highly trained animals.
Okay.
They're supposed to be
Right.
therapy
No,
animals.
hang on. Let me get to my point.
Yeah.
So what people started doing a couple years ago is they started going online and printing out receipts and getting out certificates and putting red vests on their animals and be like, they're my service animal. They're my emotional support animal.
Yeah.
So that's why we have peacocks.
Shout out again to Black History Month.
Okay, I want to see this.
As I'm going to get
I don't know how you're going to tie
Go ahead,
this
tie
in.
this in.
That is not a chicken.
Wow.
a fucking therapy chicken. I'm getting a therapy chicken and I'm frying that motherfucker hard. Hashtag Black History Month.
Oh, my stars.
Black History Month.
But anyway, people are up in arms about the therapy peacock. Go ahead,
What's the
David.
freaking life expectancy of a peacock? Like 8 weeks or something? Like that. She's gonna need an emotional support animal to cover for the fact that she lost her emotional
this
support
animal.
animal.
If you read the article from the BBC that I posted, same person got kicked off a United flight a number of years ago, bringing her emotional support pig that was, according to the article, squealing and crapping everywhere. It was shitting all over the plane, and they didn't take off, and they were like, you and your emotional support pig got a GTFO. We can't have you here. So that's what this... But let me put it to you like this. Maybe this person is just trolling us and showing the ridiculous nature of emotional support animals by bringing a pig that craps all over everything and a peacock. That is just the most absurd thing ever.
You are issuing a lot of credit in that direction. I don't know.
I think I nailed it. And by the way, if you have an emotional support animal that you printed something off online, you decided to just give the vest on your dog, don't stop it. Because it's ruining it for the people that actually need those animals.
Hey,
and that's the overreaching
Do you have to
point.
pay for a seat for the emotional animal?
I don't believe so.
So if I put a leash and a ball gag on my girlfriend and make her walk like a dog, this is my emotional sub, could that work?
Yes.
Because that's
yes. Unequivocally, yes.
That saves
absolutely.
That's a savings.
I say we find out, Dave. Let's find out, Dave.
Oh my God. So
she'd do it. She loves me.
Okay. So that was what else was in the news. What thankfully wasn't in the news is the night out that all of us had the other night over at a local gentleman's club. Let's go through the cast of characters that were there. It was myself, Peter John Ross, Mike Miletic, Dave, you and your girlfriend Kim.
Absolutely.
Who wasn't? She wore clothes.
Yes, she was nice. Not working.
She was not.
You and your girlfriend Colleen.
Yes.
My girlfriend Leslie, and the Five-Finger Test Punch from 99.7 The Blitz as well. She was there as well. So let's talk about, it started off pretty tame. There was food, there was liquor, we were having a good time. Mike, you then began to double fist, and you were taking advantage of the fact that the gentleman's club was taking care of us.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, very much so.
So you were double fisting. God love you. I don't think I was.
No.
But
Also, sneaking and hiding plates of food.
Oh, yeah, he was hiding it. He was being very inconspicuous with his chicken wings.
He said they were off for all of them.
Hashtag Black... No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Let me worry about the chicken wings.
I'm sorry.
He said that they were for everybody, but he didn't tell anybody where he was hiding them.
And then he would hide the bones. Like somebody would come around and yell at him.
Which is what everybody tries to do at the strip club, is hide the bone.
Hide the bone.
Mike was taking the advantage of the situation. And then he went into the restroom. I was behind him. Mike didn't know that I was behind him. And what happened, Mike?
What do you mean what happened? I did what anybody would do when you have all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah. So Mike walks in and
Became bulimic and went back for seconds?
no, he
That would have been good.
Okay.
like listen, he goes into the stall and just starts unleashing hell. Okay,
Oh, man.
at the Gentlemen's Club. That's a brave.
Man.
Not a gentlemanly thing to do.
Hang on. Raise your hand. Let's go around the room. Raise your hand if you're a little shy pooper. Because I am. Peter John Ross. I would poop outside before I would poop in there. So anyway, Mike goes in there. And Mike, I don't know what your diet consists of, but I heard metal hitting porcelain. Okay? Is that something that I need to be aware of?
In my frenzy to get as many chicken wings down my throat, I might have gotten some of the silverware down.
Yeah, okay. Good enough. I'm not judging. I'm just remarking about what a weird thing was. So the bathroom attendant there.
Yeah, the guest
Yes.
who sat about 4 feet away from his knees.
Got up and got the Lysol and just starts blowing up the
Oh,
Lysol.
man.
I mean, half a can,
Right up his nose.
offering it to other people.
Spray down his
Mike
throat.
is just wrecking this thing.
And that really bothered me because he looked like he came from India, which is a smelly country. That's all you hear.
Mike, black history. No, that's not.
Not at all. Not at all.
So-
we might be shitholes.
Right. So anyway, it is a disaster in there, and I'm laughing, and I'm peeing, and it's not working out too well, and I'm spraying, so that's more work for the
The
gentleman.
worst part was he sat in the urinal to do this, and I thought that was fucking weird, man.
I'm so used to having a bidet at my house, which I do have a bidet, that I wanted to get the rinse afterwards.
Mercy.
Did you tip him on your way out?
Oh,
Of
I
course
hate
not.
that.
Of
Yes.
course not.
Hopefully
Yes,
at
I
least
did.
like 5 or 10.
Because they guilt you into it.
That Lysol's not
Golly.
cheap,
A
man.
Lincoln?
Right.
So that happens. We go back to our little area because again, the gentleman's club in question, taken care of.
Showed us much love.
Just
Completely
loves
wonderful.
You told me prior to getting there, but I had no idea.
didn't either.
I thought I was getting hot dogs and pizza, and
Bro.
it was much more.
And so
Oh, and we were like in our roped off section to ourselves.
Right.
wings.
VIPs.
Yeah, it literally treated. We had special tags saying VIP. The food was actually really good too.
it was
It's not like cheap.
phenomenal. It was just a wonderful experience. And then, the thing that you have to worry about Gentlemen's Club is being, I don't want to say bothered because you go there, but the dancers
Accosted.
can become a little intrusive
Aggressive.
at points,
They can be
especially when
aggressive.
we're just having a good time.
Right.
We're friends. We're eating chicken wings and shitting in the bathroom.
Watching UFC fights.
Watching UFC, we're having a great time. And Mike begins to dance, double fisting. I don't know what he was doing, but he kept dancing. But the brilliance of Mike's dancing, the ladies were just like, I'm not going anywhere near that area.
All but one.
Is this post bowel movement?
Yes, post bowel
Okay.
movement. Go
Okay.
ahead. One.
One lady came up to me, and this was probably one of the most flattering things that's ever been said to me at a gentleman's club. She said, "Hey, my manager made me come ask you if you wanted to dance." And my
Oh my God.
erection. Never felt better about myself.
Which brings up my story of the last time I got a lap dance. There's a place on the west side here in Columbus. I'm not going to call its name. We're just going to call it the Dumpster, and everybody on the west side knows exactly where
Is
I'm
it on
talking about.
Hague?
We're not going to give locations. We're just going to call it the Dumpster on the west side.
Was there a shooting there in the last couple of years?
I don't know, but yes.
Okay.
Okay? Because here is what happened at the Dumpster. I was there enjoying myself. Young lady comes up to me, asks me for a dance, and I was like, no, thank you. And then she accuses me of being a cheapskate. Okay? Well, madam, I'm not going to tolerate that kind of thing. So,
Hey, Black History Month's over. Is it Jewish month already?
so anyway, I'm out. I'm just like, that's enough for me to say, you know what, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm good here. As I'm walking out the door, the manager stops me and goes, I need to apologize. This is not how we operate here. And he had the dancer like a petulant child to his side. It's like, I'm going to pay for a dance with you and the young lady here. And I'm like,
I don't want
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Not interested. I'm good. But a scene has been created. My
Right.
friends are now like, oh, come on, man. He's going to. And I just want this over with. So I go to the back room with the young lady. And whether it was out of spite or loss of equilibrium. Genitals brushed up against my nose. Bare, nasty, dirty genitals brushed up against my nose. End of the lap dance, friends.
Bare?
Yes, and I grabbed her, set her to the side, and there was not enough pink soap in that bathroom to just make me feel clean.
You need some Goo Gone.
Right. That was my last lap dance. That was the last time I've been to that particular establishment.
Right.
And I'm good on lap dances for the rest of my life after
Tina
that.
Turner might have had a song named after the establishment. I don't know.
Proud Mary. Great
Yeah.
joint, man.
Hey, what
Beyond
smelled worse?
Thunderdome?
What smelled worse, those genitals or the bathroom after apparently I was
There was
in
no
there?
smell. It was just such a I had my head pressed back as far as I possibly could, and it still happened that I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Did it happen from just swelling? Was she swollen? What was
I
going on?
don't. I had my eyes closed. I just wanted it to be over with, man. I was
Your
not
nose
willing-
ain't even that long. Shout out Black History Month.
I was not a willing participant in that, and that was the last time I've been there. But what was there at the Gentlemen's Club that we all thought was remarkable,
Fine
not a good way,
establishment.
not the good place.
Yes.
Was the little person dancer. In fact, we have a naked picture of the little person dancer. Ross, could you please show this to everyone that we were able to catch incognito?
Yeah,
That-
we want to see if everybody agrees this is exactly what we saw. This is who we believe the girl is.
This is
that's
Fuck
that's an
outta
upright that's an upright turkey.
Yeah,
But that
get
essentially
the fuck
was
outta
the little
here.
person dancer who took her clothes off and asked for money there at the Gentlemen's Club and was very angry about the response that she got as an upright turkey.
Is that how that went?
What's that?
Yeah, you know me, I'm a huge fight fan.
Yeah.
So I kind of,
You were paying attention, dude. You didn't sneak a peek. You didn't give a
mean,
glimpse over there just to see the
I
train wreck?
briefly saw her. Yeah.
I didn't feel okay. I just felt like this is not okay to have on stage in public.
Right?
I didn't like it.
Tis the season. It was the season.
And then when Mike started openly masturbating, that's when I was like, I can't
Yeah,
do this
I'm out.
anymore.
I'm
you know,
out.
Mike
Yeah.
did not openly masturbate.
I didn't finish though because I'm
went-
still no fab.
I was gonna say he went to the stall to finish because God knows there was a lot of sin and awfulness there. Okay.
But to me, the most awful part about it was she was the most unenthused dancer of the night. So it had nothing to do with her stature as much as there was just no energy, not into it, no fun.
and Ross, the fact she looked like an upright turkey. Yeah,
Who wouldn't want to get with this? Is what I'm saying. Judge me all
the
you
ankles
want.
were fatter. Can we say that? Can we
Yeah.
imagine fatter ankles?
And literally around the same height, but you guys are just prejudiced, is what I'm saying.
I actually
No, because we're celebrating Black History Month tonight.
Hashtag
Thank
Black
you.
History Month.
Thank you. Go ahead, Mike.
She was
anything?
Caucasian though.
No, I was gonna say I actually in that establishment, and especially out of our group, and I tried to rope Dave into this as he was making his way by with his lady to go get some more drinks. I actually went up to get, I gave her $1 to have her rub up against me because I felt actually very bad for her. I felt very,
my
and,
God.
and none,
Pity-
nobody in our group followed.
You didn't tip the bathroom attendant, but you tipped the turkey. Really? You're an awful human being, man.
Did you just say you
I-
paid her $1 to rub up against?
Yeah. I didn't want it to happen, but
You wanted to get some stuffing.
Hey, did you think were you like this? Go get it. Go get it. Oh, it's got to be a little bit quicker than that.
I think we're done. Can we be done with this show? Can we just be done? Ross is nodding his head. Hey,
Yes, we can be done.
Rick Cannon, thank you for coming down here. Last
Yes, sir.
minute. Look forward to it. We got at least one more show to go during Black History Month. Are
Yeah, at
you
least
interested in running the show?
No.
No.
What?
You want me to?
Yes.
I would
But
love to see.
I'm more than willing to do my part.
It's going to be your show, man.
Reparations.
It's gonna be your
Reparations.
show. I'm going to take my
Reparations
weight
for
privilege. I'm going
Nuber.
to set it on this shelf back here.
Okay.
You're running the show, baby.
Am I getting 40 acres and a mule?
I can give you a kitty and about
And a stand-up turkey.
and a stand-up turkey.
You can't even give me that standard.
But what I can do is we're going back to the Gentlemen's Club, and we're going to have another go at that. How's that?
Sounds good. Will there be turkey there or just
No
chicken
turkey.
wings? and
No turkey, chicken wings.
Hashtag Black
Supposedly all regular-sized humans.
oh, thank God.
And Dave.
And Dave.
All right, that's it.
He's got chicken legs.
Can I
This
just
is
tell?
almost adequate. We're on Facebook Live, and we appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you again, Dave Adams, Rick Cannon, Peter John Ross, Mike Miletic, Micah Jenkins running the 1s and 2s. Happy Black History Month. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.